Have Miss Monique Joseph. She was the representative for Trinidad and Tobago at Miss Grand International. She's here talking about her experience and what it was like in Thailand. Good morning and welcome to you, Monique.
Hi, Renessa. Good morning, Tobago. I am so happy and proud to have represented Trinidad and Tobago at Miss Grand. And, let's get into my story.
Now, Monique, the last time you were here, we were just celebrating your journey as being the representative for Tobago for Miss Grand on the national scale.
Yes.
Now, that was a big turnaround when everyone saw that you were going to be the representative for Trinidad and Tobago. Tell us what that was like when you got the call that you were going to officially represent Trinidad and Tobago on the international stage.
Yes. So it happened about a week after I did that interview. I got the call saying, it was a possibility that I would be selected to participate. And I was overjoyed. Obviously, it was not the circumstances that I wanted in order to win, but, I was very grateful. And having gone on that journey, I think everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. And it just made my story and my experience even more testimonial and powerful.
Mm. Now, I know going into that space, especially when you weren't initially the person that was selected to go, I know that would come with some challenges, having that last minute running up and down. What was that like? What were some of the challenges you faced?
There was no running up and down. I didn't have time for that. I packed a few clothes and I got on the flight, That is one thing about my journey that I think was a setback. But, we still pulled through. We still remained resilient, hopeful, determined. And, in the end, I think I still made a good effort, regardless of all those challenges.
Yes.
So you're certainly no stranger to us here at Tobago Updates and definitely in Tobago. And big up Tobago Updates, given the fact that after your interview here a week later, you were given a call. Tobago Updates is certainly doing something very well with their interview.
It was your words.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. You gotta speak it into being. But Monique, in comparison to your experience in nationally and this one at Thailand, what would you say are the notable differences? They say women is women everywhere. But what do you say or see as the differences? Interacting with these ladies in Thailand.
There are many differences. Mainly the culture of pageantry. And, they breathe, eat, sleep. It's their culture. It's not like a hobby like it is here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I feel being around the girls, it definitely made me stronger. It helped me to grow in ways that I didn't know I needed to grow. So, they say iron sharpens iron. Yeah. And, that's an experience that I came away feeling like I've grown so much. And even people interacting with me now, they're like, Monique, you're so different. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure when it happened, but I know the entire journey was just one of leveling up and growth.
Yeah, personal growth, that is quite important. What are some of the other challenges that you would have faced while being there? Because you're not just among your natives, you're among people who speak different languages, who might have a different worldview than you have.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you face and how did you navigate? Because confidence would be at the epicenter of how you operate as well.
Yeah.
And how you present yourself.
Yes. So, the girls, we are all so different. We have language barriers. And for some reason, we all seem to connect on a level that is just, we're on the same journey. We're all fighting for the same crown. And I think that held us together. Also, I feel my upbringing, I'm very grounded. And so it's easy for me to, interact with different people and to appreciate and accept people of different cultures, different races. So, that wasn't too much of a challenge for me. But I know that Trinidad and Tobago, I made sure to leave them with a little piece of us and what to expect from our culture.
Yeah. I couldn't wait until you finished saying, because you see them pictures there. Monique, I don't know who your designer was, but listen, you see them outfits? And your makeup, everything. I mean, oh gosh, you are a wonderful canvas already.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
but oh gosh, man, tell us about, what your input was in terms of how you presented these fits, the look, you know, tell us.
I can't take any credits. It was my team,
Right.
Miss Grand, Trinidad and Tobago. We tried our best to step up every year. And I had a Filipino designer. And like I said, they don't treat pageantry like we do here. So they really put their best foot forward when it comes to my outfits. And even my national costume, which was
Wow.
The
placed,
Shakonia.
Yeah, boy.
was placed in the top 10 for
Jeez.
Judge's Choice. And
A Trinbagonian design this or the same
no,
Filipino?
the same Filipino team. And this is representative of our Shakonia flower.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Now
Yeah,
I
man.
know the Miss Grand pageant is known for its high energy productions. What was your favorite segment in all of this competition?
Oh my gosh, my favorite swimsuit. Swimsuit is a different energy. It's really about celebrating your womanhood and your femininity. And for some, it may be intimidating, but it's truly just about being confident in your skin, being confident in who you are, and projecting fun and enjoyment.
Oh, I have to ask you. Sorry, Renessa. What was the food like over there? You know,
Oh my gosh.
I know that they're very. It could be a very much culture shock.
Yes,
You
it was
know,
a shock, yeah.
especially them street foods, there, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about that.
I ate so much rice. I told my family,
sorry.
do not cook rice ever again for me. But, the food is really interesting. It's nothing like we have here. And I think I was craving spice. I was craving, my local dishes. But the food is really interesting. I think my favorites is mango sticky rice
Okay.
or pataya or tom yum. They eat a lot of rice, but I think the barbecue was really good. They have really good pork.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I know Monique is speaking about all of these experiences that she had in the competition, and it just goes to show that programs such as these for young women really help to shape and develop our young women, especially
Yes.
widening your perspective, giving you a broader view of life, and getting a true appreciation of what it means to be a member of not just your nation, but also to understand your role in the world. And I'm happy that we, as Tobagonian women, are now
Yes.
being able to have this opportunity to be able to spread our wings and go out and to experience all of these things.
Yes.
Yeah, we.
I love it.
But what is next for you? I mean, you how does it feel to come from such a high? I'm back here. Sometimes when I leave here and I travel and I come back and I'll be like, oh gosh,
Oh,
come back
gosh.
to this, come back to this, boy. What to do next? And then you're planning your next trip, your next big trip. What is that the same for you? What is next in your lineup?
Yes, I think I'm also going to be chasing that high. But, coming back home, it felt good. And I'm also excited to just be back and share my knowledge a little bit here. But I'm definitely going to be chasing that international high again.
You ain't done yet.
No.
No, you ain't done yet. You ain't done yet.
The world has not yet seen my finished presentation.
You gonna bring my gold crown for you,
Yes.
Yeah, you gonna bring my gold crown for you. So how does your family feel? I mean, you hail from the village of Speyside.
Yes.
How does it feel to be from the country? And I know I've probably asked you this many times, but just share with us what your family, how have they received this, representation and your village.
Thank you for that question. It's actually a bittersweet question because I recently lost an aunt, and she was one of my biggest supporters. Sorry. I know that everyone is very proud, and you know, I'm just excited to see how my journey evolves, and I want to make them even more proud.
Yeah.
You know, as you said, I want to bring home a crown that we could all celebrate, and you know, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. It's a journey. It's not called a journey for a journey's sake. No,
Right, yeah.
You know. So, Miss Ortiz, you had any more questions for the beautiful lady?
I wanted to just share with some of the young women looking on this morning. Now, I know earlier the young ladies that were here having the interview, they asked to take a picture with you, and it just shows the power of the crown and the sash.
Yes.
When you're passing, young women look up to you because they're like, oh, a princess, oh, a queen, because usually that is what is reflected based on the way that you carry about yourself and you present yourself. What are you planning to do here for our young women in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as especially being that role model, because now you're a role model, you're Monique Joseph, you went to represent Trinidad and Tobago at Miss Grand.
Yes.
What are your next steps in terms of empowering our young women, especially those who want to go into this space?
Yes. So, you know, I take that responsibility very seriously, and I intend to just continue to be a light, to be uplifting, and to remind our young people, women and men alike, that the world is ours, and as Tobagonians, we do not have to dim our light. We can shine as bright as we can, and it's just a matter of timing, staying true to who you are, and continuing to work on yourself each and every day.
Yeah. That's very, 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 very profound. You know, and I could see in the future, and I could see that, you know, you'll be, you know, championing some organization of some sort, mentoring young ladies, you know, and older ladies, you know. I could see that. And I think you might probably win a scholarship of some sort in the future, you know. But wherever you go,
Yes.
you know, I just want to say that I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, I think you've represented Trinidad and Tobago well, especially Tobago. And, you know, even without a crown, even without the makeup, you are a beautiful person.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
You know this is my view of you. So I want to thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank
Any
you.
parting words before we go?
Have a great morning and day, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for supporting me. I forgot to thank the people for all your kind words, all your inspiration. Thank you so much.
All right. So that's Monique Joseph for you, MJ. We want to thank you for joining us, and remember to
Share the life, share the life, share the life.
We'll be right back.